Boys and girls, I beat Manchester United 3-1. And you guys thought that we weren't going to get Europa League this year. I will admit, 3 games later we did lose to Sheffield United. Maybe we're not getting Europa League this year. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 3rd episode of the FM21 Jurgen Klopp Challenge with Brighton, where today we are facing Southampton and Newcastle as promised. I know you were all hyped for these 2 games. They are the best 2 games of the entire season. I don't want anyone to comment that they are not the best 2 games of the entire season. But before we go into those 2 games, make sure that you do smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Brighton FM YouTube channel so that you don't miss the rest of the series. If you've watched up to the 3rd episode, just click subscribe. I just appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Genuinely. Please, just do it. Can we please get 10 likes on today's video? Bringing it back down. No, it was 10 likes last video, wasn't it? We're not really bringing it back down. We're keeping it at a level. And I'm okay with keeping it at a level as long as we hit it. Let's make sure we smash it. And let's go over what has happened since last time we saw each other. As I said before, beating Manchester United is probably one of the highlights of my career at Brighton so far. However, apart from that, it's not been quite smooth sailing. A 1-1 draw away from home against West Brom is a little disappointing. A loss to Arsenal 3-1 is expected, but again, a little disappointing. The 1-0 win against Burnley is what we wanted to see, but the 1-0 loss against Sheffield United, not quite what we wanted to see. And we've been rocking this formation mostly, and I think it's the one that is working the best. However, I'm not certain about some players in the squad, and I'm not completely certain about my tactic, because I've just realised I've had it on take short kicks when we don't have any players that can head the ball, and got it on mixed crosses when we really should be only doing low crosses. I'm proud of that one, boys and girls. I just think that a couple of players are underperforming. Like Maupay is a main player that is really underperforming right now. Like, he's got really good stats, and they actually suit advanced playmaker, advanced forward really well. He's just not scoring many goals. He's got 2 goals in 7 games. It's not really what we want to be seeing, but I think he just needs a wee bit better service. We'll see what happens, and we're going to jump into this first game. We're up in 11th place now, so we have moved down 1 spot from 10th, but only in goal difference, boys and girls. Only in goal difference. So we're going to move on to this game, and this is the squad that we're going with. Got Maupay, Trossard, McAllister, Lallana, Bissouma, Proper, Lamptey, Dunk, White, Bernardo, and Ryan. We've had actually Quina out on the right-hand side, winning the Young Player of the Month. But since then, he hasn't done a whole lot, so I'm trying Lallana in this right-winger position, even though it conflicts with his thing of cutting inside, but I don't really care enough, to be honest. So let's submit the team. Let's jump into this game. I'm going to start on a balanced mentality. Oh, we've got a debutant, because I still haven't played this right-back option. We got an injury to someone. I can't remember who's injured, to be honest. I think it's the guy with the long name. You know who I'm talking about, the right-winger. It's a really long name. Like, I don't have time to try and pronounce that, and to be honest, I'm likely to get it wrong. And early on in this game, there is a highlight, and it could be coming our way as Trossard's whipping in a ball, plays it into Lallana, who, okay, it's not the best ball I've ever seen, but at least we're still on the ball, and playing it back to Bissouma, into Maupay, who I was just commenting about 5 times, and he's not scored there, unfortunately, but we've still got 40 minutes of football, and the first shot goes our way, so things are looking up for us currently. I mean, Southampton are down in 15th place in the league right now, so we're actually doing quite a bit better than them. And by quite a bit better, I mean, we've got like, what, 4 points on them? That's a decent amount of points, and it's a decent chance again. Maupay's header goes over the top of the bar, and there's another opportunity coming straight away. Let's hope that we knock it down, and we do knock it down, and Bissouma's able to run forward, plays it through to Maupay. He's gotten so many opportunities, and he finally takes one for his 3rd goal of the season. Bissouma with an assist, a great ball over the top. And that's exactly what we needed. We just need some confidence for this man. We need a couple of goals to go into the back of the net. Once he gets into the groove, I think he's going to be a lethal striker. Probably not a long-term striker for the save, but still a pretty decent striker in the Premier League. As I said, he's got the stats of what we need in that position. So let's just make sure it translates into goals, as it has done already in this game, and a couple of opportunities as well to go alongside it. So he could even have one or two, but he has got one actually. So, but you know what I'm trying to say, boys, and he could have more, and he could have another one here. Maupay scores once again. It is the exact same move twice in a row. Bissouma over to Maupay. I didn't realise they had such a good connection, boys and girls, but you know what, it seems to be working out well, and we're not exactly a high-scoring team lately, but in this game we seem to be doing quite well. 2 goals after just 33 minutes, and it's a result of Maupay having some sort of shooting boots on today, and I think going into half-time we're going to have a decent advantage. Could even add to it here as Bernardo puts it into McAllister, who's been playing well in that cam position. I think he won like 3rd place for Young Player of the Month not that long ago. Don't concede before half. Great save by Matt Ryan there. He does enough to keep it out there, as per usual, to be honest. I will admit, Matt Ryan has been one of the most consistent performers. Yeah, Ben Foster hasn't even had a wee nibble at the squad just yet, so unfortunate for him. But I'm not going to complain if Matt Ryan's putting in the kind of performances that he has so far. And we're going straight back into the second half. 50 minutes gone, and what is that? Like, is that just like teasing me, making me think there's going to be a highlight and then not actually creating a highlight? Like, you saw that. You know what I'm talking about, boys and girls. We're lucky that we do have a highlight now, actually, and it's not us on the ball as they head it forward, and Danny Ings has some pace. I think he's getting past all no, okay, luckily he didn't get past any of our defenders there and shot it from an absolutely ridiculous range, but we've still got the attacking opportunity here. Trossard trying to find a ball into the mixer. Can he find Maupay? No, he goes himself. It's enough to get a save out of Forster, not Foster. We have Foster. Yeah, it's very, very confusing, those two. Both English goalkeepers. I will admit that one is always going a bit above my head, but 60 minutes gone, so we all know what that means. That's, you know, substitution o'clock. And the only player that's not really stood out in this game, well, there's been a lot of players that haven't stood out actually, but the only player that I haven't thought has done very well in this game is probably Trossard on the left-hand side. He had one shooting opportunity, but since then it's been very quiet. So I'm thinking Queener. Oh, is Queener going to come on? Nah, Solly? No. Nah, Queener. Yeah, Queener. I've changed my mind about 3 times there. And he suits the inside forward attacking role quite well. Also going to make another one. You know what, let's give this man an opportunity in right back, see what he can do, and get Lamptey off for a rest. He doesn't get many rests, that man. He's a very important right back in our entire system, a very important future player for our entire team. So I absolutely love having him in our squad, but luckily we do have a decent right back who can come in and give him a wee bit of a break, and we might need the break from him as Maupay puts it into the back of the net. And we are certainly confident enough to put Maupay off and bring on Ramira for his debut, because Maupay has just made it 3-0, gotten a hat-trick in this game. After I commented on how he's not been good enough, he heard my comments, he knew what I was saying, and Queen also heard my comments that he hasn't been doing very well. He got an opportunity off the bench and straight away gets an assist. It's been a great performance all around, a great defensive performance. If we can keep a clean sheet here, I'd say this is our most solid, just generally good, holistic performance I've ever seen from the squad. The Manchester United game was great, but we let a goal slip in the last few minutes. Are we going to get another one here? No. No, Queen is not really going to trouble the goalkeeper with shots like that. But there's only 20 minutes to go here. I mean, the game's wrapped up. It's just whether or not we can add to our tally or lose the clean sheet that we have been working very hard to collect here. Bissouma's looking tired and he's played very well, so I'm going to give him a wee bit of a reward in the form of a break. And we're going to play the last 5 minutes with Gross in the midfield position. Let's get the win. Let's make sure we don't concede. 3 minutes of additional time. They're almost gone. But we are on the ball. Just don't concede. I want a clean sheet. I really want a clean sheet, boys and girls. Lallana, back to Proper. Could we make it 4? Maupay, he makes it 4. Mate, I need to talk more smack about my players, because it is absolutely drove them forward in this game. Made them play exceptionally well. And now Maupay is sitting pretty with like, what, 6 goals in this league campaign? He's probably up there for Golden Boot now. If he was in your FPL team, you'd be chuffed about this. Don't concede now. After all of that, don't concede. Oh, we've conceded. That's so annoying. It's just a consolation and a lack of concentration. I'm not going to let it ruin my mood, though, because a 4-1 win is absolutely brilliant. We have played so well. Maupay with a 10.0 rating. I reckon he will be in contention for the Golden Boot now, honestly. Taking a look at the stats, he's definitely our top goal scorer. And Mohamed Salah's only got 4 more goals than him. He's 6th place, equal with Aubameyang and Jamie Vardy. Come on, boys and girls, what a performance by us. And we are certainly moving up in the table, up in 7th place now. I mean, it's probably going to change because a lot of teams have a game in hand on us, but we could definitely keep ourselves in that position if we win the next game against Newcastle, which we're going to go ahead and simulate forward to right now, and hopefully go above an 8th place Newcastle side. So this isn't an easy challenge, but a challenge that I definitely think that we're up for if we can play half as well as we did in this last game. We're ready to go for our second game, and you know what, we've only been moved down 1 spot, so we're looking pretty good right now. However, if we do lose this game, Newcastle will automatically go above us, so we need to make sure that we get all 3 points to keep pushing towards these Europa League spots, and let's do it with a win today. I would have loved to have kept the same lineup as last time. I mean, we played very well, but unfortunately we've got an injury to McAllister, who, to be fair, wasn't the best player last game, and Proper is also out with a suspension, which is pretty bad that you're getting 5 yellow cards after 10 games of the season. That's 1 every 2 games. It's not ideal, Proper, but we'll live with it. Gross has come in and Queen has come in. I think that that's still a very good lineup, and I think it's still a lineup that's able to win against this Newcastle team. So let's jump into it. Let's take a look at the squad that we're coming up against and hope that they didn't make too many good signings. I mean, they've got like Yolinton and then in there. Oh, he's not even starting. I thought that we'd have a chance, but they've actually got some good players, Newcastle. They've got Wilson Carroll starting. I don't mind that. Almiron, Ritchie. Definitely a lot of good players, but I think that we're pretty similar on ability. It's just going to come down to form, momentum, who's on it on the day, and the tactics from the managers. And to be honest, I think my tactics are pretty good, boys and girls. It's coming up pretty well for us right now. I mean, a 4-1 win is certainly proving that I'm not completely unsure of what to do tactically. But so far in this game, it's not perfectly started for us, is it? But with 15 minutes to go in this half, at least we haven't conceded a goal. But unfortunately, we haven't seen a single highlight for either team, and it's starting to look like a bland affair. However, we do finally see a highlight just before the end of the half, and it is Andy Carroll scoring a goal. And I judged them for starting them, but as soon as that ball went into the mixer, I had a feeling he was going to nod that into the back of the net. Oh, it's a good ball in by Wilson. He knew exactly what to do. He knows who's in the box, and yeah, when it's floating like that, Carroll was always going to win that header, put it into the back of the net. And we're 1-0 down just before the halftime break. Can we see a highlight for us? Can I see a wee bit of fight from the boys? No, I don't think we're going to see that, unfortunately. Going into halftime, we're going to have to tell them we're disappointed with the performance so far. And we're going to move on, hoping that we can get an early start, some sort of opportunity, and score a goal to get ourselves back on level terms. Because currently Newcastle up in 5th place, and we're down in 10th place. This is not what we want to see, boys and girls. Maupay back to his ways of not playing very well, and we are not creating enough opportunities in this game at all. 12 shots, none of them actually highlights that we're able to see, but I think that might be ending here as Maupay plays into Trossard, and that is not the shot that we wanted to be seen, curling just wide of the post. I'm starting to think tactical substitutions need to be made, and Trossard and Maupay, they're going to be the 2 men to come off, unfortunately. We're going to bring on I really need to try and work this out. Even his first name's quite hard. We're just going to call him Jaha. It's easier. I apologise. I don't like mispronouncing people's names, but that one's just too long. It's got so many letters in it. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, well, it's not ridiculous. It's his name, but you know what I'm trying to say here, boys and girls. It's just a long name, and I will butcher it if I try. So Jaha is coming on, Connolly is coming on, and that's all the substitutions we're going to make for the time being. Moving on to a positive mentality, though, trying to get this attacking opportunity to score, get ourselves back in the game. I think at this point, I would take a draw. And we could begin here with this ball into the mixer. Joelinton clears it out. Again, another player I made fun of that is trying to ruin our day. But with the chances are over for us. Lamptey running into the mixer. Don't shoot. He hasn't shot and he's put it into Quina. And Quina has either headed it or kicked it. Either way, he's done something with his body to get into the back of the net, and that's all we need. Lamptey with an assist. Quina again proving his worth to the squad by getting a goal, an assist last game, now this time a goal, and it was a kick, a volley type thing. And you know what, we're staying on a positive mentality because we have the momentum with us right now. We're definitely the better side statistically. It's just whether or not we're going to be the better side when the final whistle does blow. I'm thinking about making our last substitution. It's going to be Alzate to come on. He's not a man who makes a lot of appearances, but for Bissouma, I think he's going to add a wee bit more attacking wise. Or maybe he's not going to add anything to this game. And we're going to end with a 1-1 draw. But that is not terrible. Away from home against Newcastle. I mean, it's never an easy trip to St. Oh, no, I know this. No, it's not St. James's. I think St. James's might be Sunderland. What is it? I know it. Now, this is going to annoy me. Well, I'm sure it says here, actually. Will it say here? No, it is St. James's. Get in. Oh, well, now Newcastle fans are going to absolutely slate me for saying that. What's Sunderland's ground? Sunderland is... Oh, I know this. It's going to be annoying when I see it. Is it in here? Does it say in here? Or do I? This is the end of the episode. Oh, the Stadium of Light. You know, St. James's is there. I've gotten it right. That's enough for me, boys and girls. And we've ended this episode in 8th place. Definitely a good position. Definitely pushing for these Europa League, maybe even Champions League is quite a wee bit more points. But I think Europa League is actually becoming a realistic goal. And next time we see each other, we'll actually be in the January transfer window. I think that I'm going to simulate forward. Oh, again, you're missing some brilliant games, boys and girls. You're missing some absolute gems. Liverpool and then Manchester City. I'm tempted. Nah, I can't play them both. But I think I might just simulate forward to this Manchester City game. And then play that game and the Aston Villa one. And then simulate to like the end of the transfer window. I think that's my plan. That's my general plan. So that then you get to see the start of the transfer window. And then I get to wrap it up by telling you who we signed and who we sold, because there is going to be a lot of signings and a lot of sales, and I'm certainly going to think about who we're going to be bringing in very soon. But for now, that is where we're ending this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. 4 points out of 2 games, not too bad at all, if I do say so myself. I think we're doing quite well with this squad, and I think this tactic seems to be working quite well. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe to the Brighton FM YouTube channel, and I'll see you all later.